Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, what up? So you guys, today I'm doing a very impromptu project pan type video, and at first I wasn't going to film this. I just was going to do like a project pan on my own, but it's definitely a lot more fun to film it and have people supporting you and cheering you on. My last project pan was an absolute fail. I just knew that I was going to stay committed and stay with it and stay updating you guys and everything like that, but I really didn't. And I think the main reason why is because I stopped wearing makeup to work, and that's pretty much when I get the most usage out of my products, obviously, because I'm going to work Monday through Friday and then Saturday and Sunday. That's just 2 days out of the week for me to experiment with my entire collection and wear what I want to wear, basically. But most of my usage comes from the weekdays of me wearing makeup to work, and for whatever reason I just really fell off the bandwagon and stopped wearing makeup to work, and I was just doing makeup here and there sometimes, so I really wasn't getting a whole lot of usage out of my products, and I let all of my makeup go to the wayside. And this year I really don't want to do that. I really want to hold myself accountable and start wearing my makeup more, and so I felt like I wanted to do another project pan, and so that's what we're gonna do, okay? And I feel like with this one it's going to be better than my last one, just because I picked a nice mix of products, things that are my favorites, things that I love, things that I want to get rid of, obviously, because they're older and things like that. So I feel like there's a nice mix of everything in here that's going to really motivate me to use my stuff, wear it, and get use out of it and get it finished off, okay? So with that being said, I pretty much have everything that I want to finish off in my project pan, as well as use organically off of camera and out of my project pan. Like I know I want to get rid of the things, but I kind of want to use them organically and not necessarily put them in a project. I have everything inside of this Eyeliners makeup bag, so this is going to make it easier for me to get ready in the morning. This is going to make it easier for me to keep track of my project pan items and make sure that I'm actually using them, as well as the items that, like I said, I want to kind of use organically. So let's get started. The first thing that I have here is my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in Eden. So I am an eyeshadow primer girl. I never ever do my eyeshadow without using a primer, and I have quite a few that I like to switch between. The one that I was using the most has been the Colourpop cream eyeshadow in Bronco, which looks like this, and I kind of started to neglect my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, which I got first. So I want to focus on this one this year, and I kind of want to use this up. There's so much product in here, and I really don't need a whole lot of this when I put it on my eyelids. It's a really light, almost bone shade, which is what I like, because I like for my eyeshadows to pop. But because of that, I really don't need much of this product, so I really want to focus on it and make sure I am using it. So I put that in here. So for actual eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes, I don't necessarily want to use up my eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes. What I want is to make sure that I'm using them. So, you know, hitting pan, usage goals, things like that pretty much. And I am going to write all of this stuff down in a notebook, you guys, so I can kind of keep track, because this is going to be a rolling project pan. This is year long, and I'm going to want to switch things out, and I'm probably not going to update you guys every month. I'm probably going to update every quarter. So I will probably roll things in and out before I have to do my update on camera. So I want to keep a notebook and write down the things that I have replaced other things with and things that I've finished off. So that's kind of how I'm going to do this. So for my eyeshadows, I kind of just want to like hit pan and do usage goals on them. So I have the Morphe 9A eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. This has been discontinued, and this is what the inside of the palette actually looks like. So this is a very boring, very everyday essentials type of palette, and that's what I use it for. I use it to go to work. The shade that I want to focus on is this one right here. It pretty much already has a dip, if you guys can see that. I use this a lot for my crease as my transition color for work. This is going to be the eyeshadow that I'm going to focus on, and I'm pretty sure I can hit pan on that one pretty quickly. Okay, so then I have my custom Colourpop single eyeshadows palette. So my single eyeshadows from Colourpop get no love from me, which is pretty freaking ridiculous, because I bought so many of them. Like when they first came out, I bought so many of them, and it's a shame that I don't get any use out of them. This palette was one that I made, I believe, back in like the beginning of 2020. The colors in here are absolutely beautiful. I love them to death. I just do not use them. I swatch these colors all the time, but I'm just really not getting any use out of them. So I know for a fact that I want to hit pan on these two shades right here, and I know these shades are very similar to the one that I showed in the Morphe 9A palette, but if I'm just being honest, it is what it is because these are the types of colors that I love to use in my crease. So I already have dips forming in them. Again, if you guys can see that, the dips are pretty much already formed in these two eyeshadows, so I know it's not going to be a problem for me to hit pan in them. And I think I want to also hit pan in this shimmer shade up here. This one is in the color Misty. So I know that I could hit pan on a shimmer shade from Colourpop. I just need to focus on it more. And as you guys can see, it does have a little bit of usage on it, but I just don't reach for these shadows much. So I definitely want to hit pan in that one. And then I have some Super Shock singles here that I want to hit pan in because Super Shocks take forever to use up. They might be easy to hit pan on, but they're not easy to use up. And some of these have started to dry up a little bit. And when they dry up, they're even harder to hit pan on and use up. So I definitely want to just hit pan on these and get some usage out of them. So the first one is On the Rocks, and this one is more of like my everyday shade that I can wear to work. It is already crumbling because like I said, it's starting to dry up, but I love this color. This right here on my lid with that Morphe shadow from the 9A palette blended into my crease is like my perfect everyday work shadow look, especially because I have to wear natural colors to work, but I be pushing it behind my glasses. I be pushing it, okay? So yeah, that combination together is perfect. So I'm pretty sure that I can make something shake with those two colors. And then the next one that I have here is one that I'm actually wearing on my eyes today. This is Sidekick, and this is my absolute favorite Super Shock shadow from Colourpop. I love this. Basically, as you guys can see, it's an orange, but it has a pinky gold, almost green shift to it. It is just gorgeous. This is an ultra glitter formula. Like I said, I have it on my eyes today, but I do have other shadows on top of it, mixed with it, blended with it, because I just love doing a whole lot on my eyes with shimmer and glitter and everything. But I do really love that shade. And then I have two that are pretty similar to each other. They look really, really similar to each other, and I didn't notice it until recently. So y'all, I put the caps on my Super Shock so tight, like, because I don't want them to dry up. I love the Super Shock formula. I don't want it to dry up. So but yeah, so we have a Little Quirky, which is the one right here, and then we have Ritz. So together, side by side, you guys can see that they look goddamn the same, pretty similar. I think Ritz is a little bit more icy, and a Little Quirky has a little bit more of a neutral base, but they look very, very similar. So I just really want to hit pan on these as well and use them. I love putting them over top of neutral matte eyeshadows. So like if I were to put a neutral matte eyeshadow all over my crease and all over my lid, I would take one of these shades and I would just tap it on the center of my lid, and it creates such a beautiful eye look. Very easy, very effortless. So again, these could be used every day for work. And then the last thing, like for the eyes as far as eyeshadow goes, this is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-Hour Concentrated Crayon in Creamy Chocolate. I don't even know if they still make this anymore, but I did already try this on my hand. It's still super, super creamy. I still have majority of the product left because as you guys can see, it's still sticking out of the cap. So I'm not even gonna roll it up to show you guys how much product is in here because it's basically this whole entire tube. But basically I want to use this as like an eyeshadow base for my eyeshadows. I used to do that when I first got this, and then I stopped using it, and I don't know why, because it works amazingly well for me to put shimmers on top of it, and it gives like such a muted but still really pretty eye look that I think would be perfect for work. So I definitely want to include this in my project and finish it off. I actually want to finish it off because it's pretty old in my collection. So I do have eyeliners that I want to include in this project. I kind of thought about not including eyeliners in this project. I need to reapply my lipstick, y'all. I'm sorry, it's bothering me. I need to reapply my lipstick, and this is one of the lipsticks that I want to finish off this year. So y'all will be seeing that in a few minutes in this video. But for my eyeliners, I really didn't want to put eyeliners in here because I feel like I use eyeliners organically, so I'm going to go through them. And these are like my focus eyeliners anyway. So we have Colourpop Honeydew, which is a nude. We have Urban Decay Whiskey, which is pretty much on its way out, as you guys can see, because this is like my favorite brown eyeliner. And then we have Urban Decay's Perversion eyeliner. This one was not in a full size. It was already in a mini, but I do have another one of these, so I kind of want to use this up. For the eyeliners, I don't know if I'm gonna measure them. I guess I might as well, like, you know, but I really don't want to measure them because, like I said, I'm including these in the project, but I know that I'm going to use them organically anyway, so it's like, I don't really know. I'll just show it up to y'all because I want to use them up. Okay, so let's move on to the face, because I think those are all of the eye products. You guys, I really have a bunch of face complexion products that I want to use up, but I'm going to start off small, obviously, because like I said, this is a rolling project pan, so I will be including things as I go. And I'm going to include, like I said, items that I know that I like, that I know that I'll be able to use up. But as we keep going with this project, the items are going to get slightly harder because they're going to be items that I don't necessarily really love. Maybe I'll come to love them, we'll see. But the first thing that I want to put in here is my e.l.f. Jelly Pop primer. So I love this primer. I've talked about it in so many of my videos. This is like one of my all-time favorite primers of life. I literally use either this one or the Mint Melt primer pretty much every time that I do my makeup, because they're gripping primers and I need that gripping aspect for my oily skin. So I definitely want to use this one up. This is my second tube. I've already finished up a first one so I know that I can go through this product. So I'm putting that in my project. I'm also putting the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer in here. This is one that I don't necessarily like. I used to really like this primer when e.l.f. first came out. I'm talking about, well, not when they first came out, but I'm talking about back in like 2013, 2014. I used to really love this face primer, and then I don't know, I just stopped liking it, and something made me repurchase it sometime last year, and so now I want to finish it off. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'm wearing it today actually, and I think it does do a nice job at like hiding my pores and whatnot and making me look nice and smooth. So I mean, it's not a bad product. I just, the consistency, I don't really like it. So I definitely want to use that up. And then I also want to finish off this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Mattifying Primer Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 20. So I did purchase this earlier this year, and the SPF doesn't expire until 12/2022, so December of next year. But messing around with me, I will let this expire. Okay, I will absolutely let this expire. And this is 1 fluid ounce of primer. 1 fluid ounce of primer can take all year to use up. Honestly, it really can, especially if you're not wearing makeup how you should be. It can definitely go towards a whole year of usage. Okay, so I think that's it for my primers. I think that's all I'm going to include for now for my primers to focus on. So let's move on to foundation. So I'm actually going to put in 2 foundations. Okay, so the one that I'm working on currently, and I am under halfway full with this one. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. It's the foundation that I'm wearing today. No, it's not the foundation that I'm wearing today. The next one that I'm going to mention is the foundation that I'm wearing today. But the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless is one that I have been wearing here recently. I really love this foundation. It's like a go-to. It's a classic. This is a drugstore gem for a reason. So many people love this foundation. It has the perfect amount of coverage. It feels nice on the skin. It covers really well. It wears really well. It wears off really well, which is key. I love this foundation. Absolutely love it. So yeah, like I said, I'm a little under halfway full. I think I am about to where these little words are, like this little writing right here. I think I'm like right there. Literally, there's not much of this foundation. So I'm also going to include my Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. Now this is the one that I'm wearing today, and I need to include this in this project because this shade only fits me during the winter time and the springtime. Like once I start getting some sun and some color here in Arizona, this foundation is not going to work for me. The undertone is not going to work. So I definitely want to use this up. This is another foundation that is under halfway full. I shook it up today to use it, so you guys aren't going to be able to see, but I know that I can finish this foundation off. This is definitely one of my favorites. I really love this foundation, and I've fallen back in love with it. I have a couple, more than a couple. I have 4 concealers that I want to use, but 3 of them are pretty much almost done. Okay, like I don't go through concealer like super duper fast, but I know that I can go through concealer. Okay, so the first one is going to be the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer, and as you guys can see, it has a huge gap in it because most of the product is all the way down here. So I'm pretty much about done with this concealer, and I basically use this as a first base concealer. So I apply this to my under eyes first, and then I go in with my highlighting concealer. I know that I can get through this. Okay, I really like that concealer too, by the way. The next one that is in the same boat as that one, this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and as you guys can see, this one is down to here, so I know that I can use this. This is under halfway, and this is in the shade Caramel. So then I have Tarte Shape Tape. This is kind of like my everyday work concealer, but I also can use it on the weekends to put on top of those other concealers that I use, because this is a really light shade. This one is in Tan Deep Sand. This is definitely my highlighting shade. I know I can get through this. This is really old. This concealer is a few years old. Doesn't smell weird, and it's still nice and creamy and still, you know, working fine. It's not breaking me out or doing anything weird. So I need to use this. I need to use this up, definitely, for sure. And I think I'm about like 3/4 of the way done with that one, but I can't see because the bottle is kind of opaque. But I know that it feels way lighter than like a brand new bottle of concealer, so I know I'm pretty low on that one. And then this is a newer concealer to my collection. This is the One Size Beauty Butter Silk Concealer. Is that what it's called? Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. Yeah, and this is in the shade Medium Dark 3G. I love this concealer. I'm wearing it today. This concealer is so nice. It dries down super fast. It reminds me of the Urban Decay Stay Naked concealer. I like it. I can blend it out with a beauty blender or a brush. I just have to be really, really fast with it, or I have to work one section at a time. But I love this concealer for like highlighting my face and everything. It's great. It wears well. I do have to bake with it though, but it is a really nice concealer. So moving on to powder, I want to finish off this Maybelline Lasting Fix Banana Translucent Setting Powder. This is the powder that I'm wearing on my under eyes and my face today. I really, really like this powder, okay? Like, this is a drugstore gem. This powder is finely milled. It's soft, it's smooth, it's like, it gives you this airbrush finish. It highlights without doing too much. It's just perfect. Like, I really like this concealer, and it's very inexpensive. I think this concealer, I think this powder is like $9.99, so it is perfect, and I really have been enjoying it. And I have a crap ton of powders. Like, if I were to pick up this camera and show you guys my powder drawer, it's freaking ridiculous. It's insane how much powder I have, and I don't even go through powder that fast. Like, girl, what? Okay, so moving on, the powder is definitely going to be a rolling situation. Once I finish up one, I'm immediately using up another one, okay? And that's because I highlight under my eyes every single day, whether I'm going to work or I'm doing a makeup look for filming. But the next powder that I want to use, and I was skeptical about adding this one in, but it's like, you know what, girl, let's just use our makeup. It doesn't matter if we use it up or not. Let's just use it. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop mattifying powder, and I have spoken about this in so many of my videos. I've used it in so many of my makeup tutorials. I love this powder. It is amazing. It is everything. It is perfection. It gives a, I'm wearing it today, it gives a nice coverage to my skin while mattifying it, and it's not too heavy of a coverage. I feel like it also tones down the brightness of my face when I highlight and everything. So it just does everything that I need it to do. I don't like the fact that the shades are so limited in this, so NYX needs to come out with more shades of this. But this is my absolute favorite powder. Like, I am in love with this. I love this, okay? And I was definitely not going to add it into this project pan, but so what? If we end up using it up, so what? Okay, and then I also want to throw in my Huda Beauty Tantour. This is the medium contour bronzer cream. So I love this product as well, and I use this organically. So I thought, why not throw it in the project pan? I just want to see if I can, you know, maybe use this up next year. I already have a nice dip going. It's easy to make a dip in this because it's a cream product, but I don't know how long it's actually going to take me to use it up. But I'm confident that I can use this up because I love it so much and I use it so often. I actually did not use it today though. Surprisingly, I forgot to use it today, but I definitely want to throw this in the mix because I want to get it used up. Like, I just want to use it and have fun with it and use it. Okay, so baby girl, for bronzer, blush, and highlight, I might be pushing it. Bronzer, blush, and highlight, I might be pushing it, but I don't know because I've hit pan on quite a few bronzers in my life. I've also used up bronzers. I've used up blushes. So I don't think I'm being too ambitious, but I might be. I don't know. We'll see. So I definitely want to hit pan on my Becca Sunlit Bronzer. This is in Maui Nights. This is the bronzer that I'm wearing today. It's a very red tone bronzer, and I'm not into red tone bronzers anymore. Like, for my skin, I'm not into very red tone bronzers anymore. I like the more neutral, medium brown tone. The red, it's not bad though. The red tone doesn't look bad, and especially during the summer, I feel like red tone bronzers look amazing on me during the summer when I like actually get darker. So it's not bad. It's just like, it's not my thing anymore. But I definitely want to hit pan on this, and I don't know how long it's gonna take. I guess I kind of have a dip going. I don't know. Y'all tell me, is that a dip? Is that a dip? I don't know. But I guess I kind of have something going on in here. But we'll see how long it takes me to actually hit pan on this. And depending on how long it takes me to hit pan, I may consider using this up. Don't quote me on it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I got that. And then for blush, I'm only adding one blush in. This is my e.l.f. Always Spicy Primer Infused Blush. I love this blush. I use it so often. I use it so often. But you can't even tell. You cannot even tell that I use this blush often. There is like nothing. Girl, you use this blush well. Where you use it at? I'm wearing it today and it's such a pretty blush. It gives such a nice flush to my cheeks. Matter of fact, let me apply a little bit more because I feel like y'all ain't getting the full effect. I feel like y'all ain't getting the full effect of it. I love this blush. I apply so much of it. I apply it so often. I think I might have applied a bit much. Okay, I definitely overdid it, but hopefully y'all can get through the rest of this video with it looking a bit overdone. Y'all gonna get through the rest of this video with it looking like this, okay? But yeah, I do really want to hit pan in this blush, and the reason why I say I'm feeling a bit like an overachiever with this one is because I am still actually working on the blush that I tried to pan from last year, which is my NYX, my very old NYX blush. I have worn away the pattern, but it's kind of like there's no end in sight because the little container is really small, and I use obviously a fluffy blush brush to apply it, so it's like wearing away the whole entire pan instead of just one little spot. So I'm kind of being ambitious, like I'm trying to pan two blushes basically at the same time. So we shall see. I don't know. And then for highlights, I'm being ambitious with the highlights as well, but I feel like I can do this with the highlights that I chose because they are Super Shock cheek highlights. So you guys know Super Shock products are easy to move around and everything. They're easy to like maneuver and everything, but I do actually want to hit pan and show some substantial usage on them, not just like hit the pan and then call it quits. So this is the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in Chiffon. This is what the packaging looks like. This came out with their So Very Lovely collection, I think it was called. But this one is supposed to be like a blush. For me, this is definitely a highlighter, and it's that really pinky rose gold tone shifting highlight. I actually have it on my cheeks today mixed in with the highlight that I'm going to show you guys. But yeah, I really do want to hit pan on this product, and I think I can do it. I am a fan of really pinky toned highlights. They look really good. They're flattering on my skin, so I do think that I can, you know, make an effort to hit pan on this one. And then I have this one, which y'all are going to be like, girl, what? This one. I have this one. Yes, this is the Colourpop Super Shock highlighter in the Real Thing. This is their super huge big pan of highlights. So this is what she looks like. She's basically a marbled gold champagne tone highlight. So I do have this one, like I said, on my cheeks as well, mixed in with chiffon. I really just want to hit pan on this. This is such a huge highlighter, but it's still a Super Shock cheek. So I feel like it's relatively easy to hit pan, and I have seen somebody here on YouTube who hit pan in one of these, and the pan is kind of like a waffle cone underneath. I think it's pretty shallow as well. So that's why I'm wanting to hit pan and actually make substantial progress, not just move the product around, because this pan is really thin and shallow. So yeah, I'm wanting to hit pan on those two highlighters. And then I have the lip products, which again, I am being very ambitious, but with the lip products, I don't aim to finish all of these. Maybe the lip liners, yes, because I wear lip liner literally with every single lip look. So the lip liners, I'm pretty sure I can use up, but the lipsticks, I'm not goaling myself to use up every single last one of these lipsticks. I just want to make some serious progress. So I'll start with the lip liners. The first one I have here is in brown. This is from NYX. I literally have gone through so many of this particular lip liner when I first actually got introduced to lip liner, and I, you know, felt like I needed to wear it with all of my lip looks. This was the lip liner that I was using before I discovered Colourpop and Milani and all of my other lip liners. And then I have Trendsetter from Morphe. This pencil is typically huge, you guys. Like, this is a huge pencil. It usually comes about that length, but I've used mine so much that it's practically gone. So I'm pretty sure that I can get through this lip liner in a year, even in addition to using all of my other lip liners. This is the shade right here, and as you guys can see, it's a much deeper, darker, a little bit more cool tone of a brown than brown. It is like an espresso color. It is so beautiful, and I love using it again with my nude lips. And then the next one I have here is actually Prune from NYX. I've gone through one of these as well, and this one is so little as well. I've already used up a good bit of it. This is what that one looks like. So it's basically like a plum type of shade. Really pretty. So I'm pretty sure that I can get through all three of these lip liners in the year, just because I do go through lip liner. Like, that's one of the products that I usually have about 5 or 6 of in the year, because like, I don't know, I just go through lip liner. And then for the lipsticks, okay, you guys, I have 5 lipsticks. I know I'm being ambitious, but I think I can finish 3 of them. So the first one is from Too Faced. This is a discontinued lipstick. I forgot what these were even called, but this is like their, I don't know, like their coconut balm lipstick. I don't really know, but this one is in the shade Nip Slip. It's one of my favorite nudes, and that is why I use so much of it. So this is how much I have left. So not only do I love the color, and that's why so much of it is gone, but the formula is so creamy and smooth. It's like one of those melt on your lips type of formulas. So it's not like your typical lipstick. You can literally go through this so quickly. That's the shade right there. It's like that peachy nude color. I'm ready to use it up, finish it off, and yeah, be done with it. They discontinued these lipsticks, so I can't even repurchase it. But yeah, that's that one. So I'm pretty sure that I can go through that within like the first couple of months of the year. The next one that I think I can go through within the first couple of months of the year is the Morphe matte lipstick in the shade Boo, which is what I'm currently wearing on my lips right now. And this is how much I have left of this lipstick. So as you guys can see, it's literally like a little nub. There's not much of this at all. This is another really soft, creamy formula, and I feel like it wears off the lips pretty quickly. So I do reapply this quite often. It's supposed to be a matte lipstick, but this is definitely more so a cream. It's very soft and it slips around on your lips. So this is the color right there. As you guys can see, it's a lighter peachy nude color than the Too Faced one, but still just as pretty. So I'm pretty sure, like with this little bit of lipstick, I'm pretty sure I can finish that off in the first couple of months of the year. The next one that I'm thinking I can finish off, like if I'm using it throughout the whole year, I'm pretty sure I can finish this one off. This is the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie More Creamer Please. Now, I've had this lipstick for a while. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've had this lipstick since 2019. And the reason why I've had it so long is because I was afraid to use it up, because it's one of my perfect nude shades. This is it on top. This one is even more perfect than the other two. So as you guys can see, it's pretty similar to the Morphe matte lipstick in Boo, but the undertone is just right. It's perfection. It's literally like that peachy nude color. It is so pretty. So this one is actually my favorite out of all of them. We know this has been long discontinued. They no longer sell this anymore, and that's why I was so afraid of, you know, using this up. But this is how much I have left of it. So again, there's not very much of this lipstick left. This one is less creamy than the other ones, so it's gonna take a bit more time to go through this one than like the Morphe and the Too Faced one, because this is an actual like lipstick formula, so it's not going down super duper fast. The next one I have is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is their matte lipstick, and this one is hard as hell to go down. This is how much I've used of it though, so I have used quite a bit of it, but again, this one is like that super matte formula, and it doesn't wear off your lips really easily. So this one is, I'm gonna have some trouble trying to get through this one. I don't expect to use this one up throughout the year, just because I'm already working on all of those, and like I said, the formula is a bit harder. So this is what it looks like. Very similar to all of the other ones. I know, you guys, I know this one is a lot lighter, but it's still very similar to all of these other colors. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. All nudes are different. All of them. Okay, so for that one, I just want to get more use out of it, and then, you know, maybe by the time the end of 2022 comes, it'll be down to a little nub like the Morphe one, and then I can finish it off in 2023 and get it out of my collection. I don't know, we don't know, we'll see. And then the very last lipstick, I know I'm not going to use this one up. I know for a fact I'm not going to use this one up just because I'm working on all these other lip products. This is the MAC Disney Aladdin collection. So I had to buy this collection. Obviously, my name is Jasmine. I was obsessed with Aladdin when I was little. Like, hello, I had to get this collection. So this lipstick is Princess Incognito, and this is a matte lipstick, and this is different than what I normally go for because, as you guys can see, I love my more peachy, yellowy, warm brown nudes. This one is definitely a pink nude, literally a pink nude. So that's the shade right there, and it is definitely a mauve pink shade, but I have been wearing this recently. This is how much of the lipstick I have. So it's basically a full bullet. Yeah, it's a full bullet lipstick. And how long ago did the MAC Aladdin collection come out? Like, I've had this lipstick for a while, but I've recently started wearing it, and I actually thoroughly enjoy this lipstick. I enjoy using it. I think it looks great. It looks good with pinky tone makeup looks. It looks good with my warm tone eyeshadow makeup looks. So it really looks good with everything. It really is a mauve pinky nude shade. So I have really been enjoying that one. Like I said, I know I'm not going to finish this one, but I do just want to make some progress on it. Even if I can get like a quarter of it done or half of it done, I'll be fine with that. So those are all of the lip products. I'm not going to add gloss or anything in just because I feel like I go through gloss organically. If I feel the need to add gloss in, then I probably will. I'm not going to add things like setting sprays or anything in because, again, I pretty much use those organically. And like I said, this is a rolling project pan, so when I finish things, or if I want to add other things in that it's maybe like, oh, I want to focus on this, so let me add it in, I will write it down on my notepad, and I will be sure to update you guys whenever I do the check-in. So this video is going up the first week of January, so that means my next check-in will obviously be in March. Actually, it'll probably be April, so that'll be a full 3 months. So January, February, March, and then I'll update you guys in April because that'll be a full like 3 months. So yeah, I think I'll update you guys in April. But that's everything. That's everything that I wanted to show you guys. I know this video was stupid dumb long because I talked too much, but those are all of the products that I wanted to show you guys that I want to focus on project panning for the year. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get back into my collection and start wearing my makeup because I absolutely have not been. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below letting me know if you're trying to pan anything, if you're trying to focus on your makeup this year like me. Just let me know down in the comments below. If you're new, sis, you should definitely hit that subscribe button, join the Fragrance and Beauty Army, as well as that bell notification so that you can be notified every single time that I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.